Hello, today we're going to talk about a very important question. What does the future of energy look like for our planet?
Let's begin with the big question that this is all about. How can we make a cleaner, better world for the people who come after us?
To understand this, we're going to look at four main parts. First, we'll talk about the big problem we have today. Next, we'll look at different kinds of energy. After that, we'll share some good news about green energy. And finally, we'll talk about how we can all help.
Okay, let's start with part one, understanding the problem. Why do we need to find new ways to get energy right now?
For many years, scientists have told us that we have a big problem. The way we use energy now can't continue for a long time. So we must find clean energy, and we need to do it soon.
The main reason for this problem is that we use too many fossil fuels, and for a long time, scientists have said that this is not safe for our planet.
So, what are fossil fuels? Well, they are energy sources like coal and oil. When we burn them to make energy, they put bad gases into the air. These are called carbon emissions, and they are changing our world's weather.
So, if fossil fuels are the problem, what is the answer? Let's look at some other energy sources that could be used in the future. One really good idea is solar power. It can make a lot of electricity from the sun. But of course, there's a problem. The sun isn't in the sky at night. So this means we need to get better at saving the sun's energy, maybe with better batteries, so we have power all day and all night.
And this lets us compare two big ideas for clean energy. We know solar power has a problem with storage. Another idea is hydrogen power. It could give us energy 24 hours a day. The big problem with hydrogen, though, is that the technology is just too expensive to use everywhere right now. You know, there are other ideas too. For example, some people talk about nuclear power. It makes energy without carbon emissions, but others feel it's not safe. But even if people have different ideas, everyone agrees on the main goal. We have to lower our carbon emissions.
Now, after talking about all these challenges, there's some really good news. Something very important is changing with green energy, especially when it comes to money.
And this is what's changing everything. In many places around the world, it is now cheaper to get electricity from wind and solar than it is from coal. This is a very, very important change.
You can see it right here in this chart. The cost of old energy is high, and the cost of clean energy is going down. As clean energy gets cheaper and cheaper, it just makes more sense for people to choose it.
Because it's cheaper, people with money are now more interested in putting their money into green technology. When clean energy is the best choice for business, things can change very fast. And that is a great reason to feel good about the future.
So the technology is here, and it's getting cheaper. What else do we need? Well, the last part is about working together. To really make this happen, we need to do a few things. First, governments must make new rules to help things move faster. If we wait too long, the problems could get much worse. But it's not just a job for governments. Everyone needs to help. In the end, this is all about taking care of our planet for our children and their children.
So, we end with this big question. We can see the road to a future with clean energy, but it's not going to happen on its own. The technology's here and the money makes sense. The final question is, will all of us work together to build that future?